Hey everyone! So I did another video explaining that I've been having some video technical difficulties in the last couple of weeks. So I've done some projects but haven't filmed the tutorials, but I wanted to show the projects and explain how I made them. So today's are going to be for my Eyelet Outlet design team days. Over on my blog I call them Happy Eyelet Outlet Thursdays because that's my day to post over on Eyelet Outlet on their blog. So that's the same day I post on my blog for them. So I guess you could call it Happy Eyelet Outlet Thursday video day. But this probably won't be posted on Thursday because I'm playing catch up right now with some projects that I'm behind on tutorials for. So I wanted to show you last Thursday I did two projects for Eyelet Outlet. Both were washi tape based. And I'm not used to washi tape. Washi tape actually freaks me out a little bit because I'm not familiar with it, and I find if I'm not familiar with something, sometimes it takes me a while to get comfortable with them, with the product, and comfortable using it. But I wanted to show how easy you could make a card using just some washi tape and a stamp and some paper. So for this one, I literally only used 2 sheets of cardstock. This is Basic Black and Summer Sun from Stampin' Up. And then I used one of Stampin' Up's Father's Day stamps. It's from the All Holidays stamp section. And once I stamped the stamp with my Versamark ink and my Stampin' Up black embossing powder, I just had to decorate it with some washi tape. So I used the washi tape, and then I used a second piece of paper which I actually popped up on some pop-up dots, and then decorated the edges of it with my washi tape. This is the black and gold foil. If you're looking for it over on Eyelet Outlet, they actually have a section under washi tape for foil washi tape, so it's easy to find. So I used that to decorate it, and bang, it was done just like that. So some washi tape, some embossing powder, a stamp, and a couple sheets of paper, and voila, your card is done. So that was the first card I did for last Thursday for washi tape. So the next one was this one. This one took a few more products to create. So I used my rings from Spellbinders. I had this idea because I wanted to use multi washi tapes on a card, but like I said, I'm not used to washi tape yet, and I didn't trust myself to blend very well. So I actually pulled out all my washi tapes that weren't glitter and the one that I'd already used on the previous card, and I took a look and picked out six of my favorites that I thought would work. And I thought of vinyl records. Vinyl records were a big thing when I was a kid. I know that's aging myself, but they were a big deal. And my dad was such a huge Elvis Presley fan, and I loved when he would put on the Elvis vinyls because he would always sing to them, and he had such a great voice, and he would always mimic Elvis. That was a big thing in our house. So I thought of the vinyl records, and I wanted to make them look like vinyl records. So what I did was I took out my Spellbinders large circle set, and I took out the sizes that I want, which were the last 4 sizes. And what I would do was I knew I needed 3 rings and I needed a base. So I took a solid, I have the measurements on my blog, by the way, which circles I use in the measurements. So I cut out one solid circle in this size. Then I cut out a solid circle in this size by taping down my washi tape on the paper, on the cardstock, and then putting this over it and then cutting it out directly over the washi tape. So that's how I got my centers for my records. So then I needed rings. So I combined these two and put them through the my Tim Holtz Vagabond, and then I combined these two and then these, and that gave me the 3 rings. So I glued the 3 rings and the washi tape down. Still didn't look enough like a vinyl record for me. So I sat and I thought about it for a bit, and then my husband came in and he was looking at it and he suggested some script over the centers, which I thought was a great idea. So I used the Time Travelers, Prima Time Travelers stamp, the memory stamp, for my script over it. And it looked great, and I decided to keep that, but I still needed something more. So what I did was I took my Whisper White Stampin' Up! Craft. So it's the actual craft ink, there it says right there, with my sponge, and I highlighted it in certain areas. Just a couple areas on each record. And it looked great, but once again still missing something. So I took my Ranger Multimedia Mat and I went over the entire thing, and it was like magic. It suddenly looked like these rings actually looked like vinyl. I don't know if you can see the shimmer it gave it, but it actually looked like vinyl, and I loved them. So to complete the card, I took Congratulations from Stampin' Up's Phrases for a Friend. That was the Stampin' set for Congratulations. And then I used my Image Tree alphabet set. I actually got this set, which I love, at a garage sale. I don't know how much I paid for it, but it was probably next to nothing because it was a garage sale. But I love this set. So the Image Tree alphabet set, I'm being number 1 to complete that one. And the actual washi tapes for the front that I used were this one here. It's called Zigzag in orange. This one is Donuts. I know donuts don't really scream vinyl, but I like the way it turned out quite a bit. And I used the pink foil circles. Once again, foil is its own section under washi tape on Eyelet Outlet store, so it's easy to find. So that was this one. Then I did the bicycle, and I did the orange fan, one of my favorites, and the anchor, another one of my favorites. And these are the ones I did for the outside. So, sorry, that's me fibbing. These are the 5 I did for the outside. So these were the washi tapes that I did for the outside vinyl records, and I wanted to do something for the inside because it was such a fun card. So these 2 records were sticking out over the side, so I had the idea, I trimmed them and had the idea to place them on the inside to go with this vinyl record, and this is where I used the orange fan. So for this record here. And this stamp here, "The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams" by Eleanor Roosevelt. That is from Stampin' Up! Set Measure of a Life. I use a lot of old stamps because I have sold some of my stamp sets in the past that I didn't think I was going to use ever again, but some of them I will not part with because I know I will not give up using them. So that was one of them, Measure of a Life. So I used that one for the sentiment on the inside. So that was my vinyl record. This one was a lot of fun to make. On my blog, I do have everything listed in detail so you know which rings to use for the sizes. And one suggestion, I don't have any other hole punch here except for my Crop-A-Dile. We had some in the past, but last year we were robbed, so we actually have some of our supplies that were taken, but because I think they were in my husband's toolbox. But if you're going to use a Crop-A-Dile, the holes have to be punched before you put that final ring on and on the base, because it's too wide. So hopefully you have the right size hole punch before you realize that, because those were a dickens to cut out after I realized that. So I had the holes punched, glued everything down, and realized I needed to punch one more time because I had to get through the base and it didn't fit. So it wasn't fun. But anyhow, just a tip, make sure you have wide enough hole punches for those. For the black ink, one other thing was my StazOn. That's the black ink I use for this card. So I hope you enjoyed this card. If you want any of these wonderful washi tapes, last week they just released, I think it was 40 new washi tapes, gorgeous washi tapes that come in all different widths, lots of bright colors, lots of beautiful prints on them. So you can head on over there. I'll put the link to the store in the description below, so you can head on over there and have a look at them. But these were my fun washi tape cards. So I hope you liked them, and if you did, please like the video, and if you're enjoying my videos, please subscribe. And I will see you all later. Have a great day, everybody. Bye.